Hey folks, Paul Markle with Student of the Gun here. Let's talk about this rifle. This is the SA-58 from DS Arms, also known as the FN FAL, also known as the R1, also known as the right arm of the free world. Now this rifle, as you should know, is chambered in 7.62 by 51 NATO, or 7.62 NATO, or 308 for American civilians. And in the United States of America today, we've had the 5.56 223 AR for so long that we've become convinced that a rifle like this, the 308 or the 7.62 NATO, is a distance cartridge. It's not for close-up. You wouldn't want to use it for close-up. It's a long-range cartridge. It's not a close cartridge. Well, the fact of the matter is, if you know the history, first of all, of the very beginning of Vietnam, when the Marine Corps was carrying the M14, or the South African and Rhodesian Bush Wars, they were using rifles identical to this length, this chambering, 7.62 NATO, at close ranges. If you've studied the Rhodesian Bush War, you'll know that the average engagement was not a distance engagement. The average engagements were between 25 and 50 meters, sometimes even closer. The troopers in Rhodesia used these guns not as distance tools, but as semi-auto sledgehammers. The 7.62 NATO cartridge is a freaking sledgehammer of a cartridge. And I know some people out there are like, yeah, that's a cool story and all, but recoil is so heavy that there's no way you could possibly rapidly engage or double tap or whatever. Well, we're going to shoot this and we'll find out what you think. All right, guys, you saw us. There was no camera tricks. There was no fakery. Jared and I shot this rapidly onto the target at close range. This is a jungle sledgehammer, a desert sledgehammer. The 7.62 NATO cartridge is a valid cartridge for close combat. And the last thing I want to mention is we used a couple of the polymer magazines from DS Arms. They come from DS Arms. And when you get these, they might need a little bit of lip polishing because depending on which gun you have, they might be tight. They're tight in certain guns. But I've been running them in this R1 and they run fantastically. So there you go, the SA-58, also known as the right arm of the free world. This is a close range sledgehammer.